Hello, hello, it's Wethel here, and thanks for joining me as I continue on my adventures in SnowRunner on hard mode. And today we're at day 63 here in Washington, and we've got heaps still to do. We managed to get ourselves in a bit of a pickle yesterday because we didn't check that the GMC MH9500, whatever it is, the original GMC, apparently that is not capable of towing a medium log trailer when it's got the medium log add-on set. So it can't do two medium log trailer logs effectively. So that's a bit disappointing. I thought it could do that because I had this vague memory of doing medium logs in Michigan. But when I went back and actually checked much later, the Michigan bit, the GMC was actually doing the crane work. I was using it as a log loader truck. And it was the White Western Star that was able to pull two medium logs. So anyway, enough of such stupidity. So today we are going to have to sort that out and bring in the big boys to get things done. So let's swoosh over. Woohoo, we're already there. Boy. All right. So I haven't even put my ears on yet. Ooh. All right. So we've got the two trucks that we're playing with, the White Western Star and the GMC. Let's start with the White Western Star, and we're just going to bring him all the way down to the gateway, because we are going to need to take short logs somewhere. I'm just not too sure where at this stage. And then we're going to bring the GMC down, but instead of using it to go and deliver our medium logs, we're going to take it basically to the garage and switch over and bench the GMC, because he just can't do it. And maybe we might give him a low saddle and let him run some cargo back and forward. I don't know. We may not bother doing that either. Might just end up being a bit of a bad idea to bring in GMC. But that's okay. You'll, get what you get. Sort of, you learn as you go. We will learn from it. Does mean we're going to have to take two passes though to get through the gateway, unfortunately, because we can't just winch the two together because the GMC can't attach the trailer. It's silly. We'll park there for the minute. Go back to the GMC. At least you can winch the trailer behind. This will at least let him bring the trailer with him, but you can't deliver from it. So if we were to go all the way to a destination, there's no way that we could then actually make the delivery of the second load. Obviously the load on the GMC is fine. Second load would be the problem. All sort of falls apart, which is a bit disappointing, to be honest. And I probably should have checked it earlier. But that's all part of these later regions. I tend not to have much of a pre-go at these. I'm doing them pretty much on the fly. So we're learning as we go, both in terms of the better trucks to use, but also the right routes to use and the right sequence to use and all that sort of thing. So, yeah, a bit more to learn yet in this region. Big rock to bump over. And so unfortunately, can't bring both trucks through and this trailer at the same time. No, that's the way it is. We'll bring this one through first and then come back and get the small logs later on. All right, so this will take us through with the medium logs at least. We'll be able to take them around the main road, and then probably leave the medium lock. Actually, might even take the medium lock trailer with me, just to make sure. Although I'm pretty certain that the truck I'm going to choose is capable of doing it. So we're just going to run all the way around the main road, get to the garage. Up down onto the bridge, because that's what we do. We actually have a think about what contracts we're going to do with our short logs and medium logs. I don't think there's any super clever sequence to do them in. I think we're basically just going to do them in whatever order we kind of like. And it's going to involve one of the more annoying parts of this sort of map, because we're basically going to be delivering these and then driving all the way back over the maps to get to the sawmill. We can then load up, or get the forester to load up. I go this way because I'm a bit more nervous of the near shortcut. No trouble getting around there as we thought we didn't crash. At least we can winch along this medium log trailer without too much trouble. Not wiggling around all over the place and generally being annoying. It's pretty much following us. It would definitely be better if we'd been able to actually attach it. At least this water crossing is nowhere near as nasty as the one in Selten River Mountains. actually the spot we like to leave things. It's not way through to there. I'll leave that trailer there. This truck back to the garage. Pretty much. I'm really tempted to just put it away because I just don't think we're going to use it more. However, all the way around this way. Let's go into the garage. We're not going to mess around. We're going to go into truck storage. And we're just going to get the biggest and strongest and most exciting truck we have. So I know that the Kenworth is going to be more than... Actually, no, change there. I'm going to put the Kenny tyres on though, because we're going to go for the biggest tyres we can, because we don't really need super muds here. So by having the all-terrains, that should be fine. We're going to go for the medium logging frame. But before that, there we go. We've got the logging crane and the medium thingy-doover. Don't care about any of those. Rooftop, we've got the log, and yeah, I think we're set. So we're going to be red and white. That's pretty much our Kenworth colours. Sure. I reckon we're good. Right. This is probably the truck I would have probably used before, rather than the GMC, but hey, I didn't realise the GMC wasn't capable. Purposely put the crane on because it'll mean that we can then, if we need to, pick up any logs we drop. Always a good thing. But also switch or cross-load from the trailer onto the truck if we need to just run a single load somewhere. We can leave the GMC there for now. He's just going to sit there. We're going to go and get out of the trailer. Be good to go, as we should have. Then I have to actually work out where we're going to go. At this stage, I'm not too sure. What do I do? Haven't quite the right spot. now happily got our 2 loads of medium logs on a very capable truck indeed. Just going to come up to the railway station and park, and then go back and get our port logs, maybe? Well, we don't actually need to deliver them both at the same time. Actually, let's just come here, pull up, try and work out what's the best things to be doing. So, we need logs. We don't need them. Yes, we do. We need them short logs for seeking the light. That would then kill that one off. So that's worth doing probably. Powerful Finale doesn't need logs. All the logs are in this world really. So seasonal prep, we need to deliver 2 medium logs to there. That's probably not a bad one to start with, because then we can do 2 medium planks, 2 service spare parts and 2 cargo containers as part of a bit of a cargo run with the Mack, I would think. So that's probably a good starter for the medium logs. Otherwise, we're going to need a long plank. Oh, okay, so they're all just cargo. Beauty. That's just boys. Okay, so for this one, we need 1 medium log to the reservoir, which is now a lot harder to get to because the gateway up here is no longer a gateway. It's now just nothing. So that's going to be a bit of a cross-country hike. And then we need 2 medium logs into the hotel cluster, which is fine. We'll be able to do that. It's a lot easier. But not just yet. No, not timely delivery. That one's in Selten River. No, that's just cargo. Right, that's going to the port. That is an important one, and we may end up sort of combining the medium logs of that one with the medium logs of Winter is Coming, that first medium log there. So that's sort of a split delivery. Yeah. Okay, but I think the first medium logs we're going to do is this seasonal preparations, where we need to take 2 medium logs to the Scout living quarters. And the best way to get there is probably going to be up this path and sort of kicking back this way, I think. Kind of tempted to try and go through there. That worked out okay. I don't know when we're pulling medium logs if it's such a great idea. Might be better to just follow the path, even though it's further, and come that way. All right, let's do that. Because we've got one of the strongest, bestest and meanest trucks in the game. I think we should be fine. Fight our way there. The only thing we've got to be careful of is whether we get any tippiness with the trailer. But on our massively big 71-inch tyres, we should feel pretty comfortable about heading to the living quarters. We'll probably come back via the sawmill, probably, so that we can refuel from the little Mercer. But we may not need to do that. We may just come back and refuel from the fuel carrier trailer we left here earlier. Come to the bridge. Ah. Can't see where we're going now, but it's okay. We don't want to hit our heads. Pop our heads up. Whoop. Again, I could almost think about using the shortcut, the gorge here, but I'm just a bit nervous of that medium log trailer. Oh, it's probably going to be okay. Not sure if it really saves us very much though, to be honest, in the scheme of things, so maybe not. going to head to those scout living quarters anyway. That's the cunning plan at the moment. We won't go up the gorge. We'll come this way, refuel from the trailer at the bottom here. That way we'll get through there. Bonk. Oh, that's funny. Refuel. Absolutely heaps of fuel now. Should just check we've got fuel in our rooftop. Yes, we have. Very good. More tippy than that, thank you very much. It's a big truck to come this way, but I think yeah, okay. Fortunately, Kenworth's turning circle isn't exactly its best feature. But it makes up for it by having some mighty big wheels. Just so I know which way I'm going. I want to go left. Right, let's put some markers in, that way we won't get lost. That way, along through there, which will be fine. Down that way, around there. That. Up there. And through down there. It's a bit far there. Let's try that again. We'll go up on the grass though. See, we weren't going to be able to get around there. It's quite slow at changing direction. Ooh, down it too. Here's the advantage of the super big wheels. Just roll up and over those sorts of steps fairly well. I'm not sure how the GMC would have gone doing this. Nice to have a overpowered truck for a change. Just taking our time doing this. I don't want to carry away with it too much. Not going to get around there. The bridge is up. Oh no. Didn't know the bridge. Obviously they've done a reset. The bridge is now up. Hopefully we'll be able to put it back down again. Get it down's pretty easy. Bonk. And then it's got to get winch. That. Okay. Now done. We have the bridge. All is good. So I imagine that'll probably stay down now for the rest of the duration, but obviously they've done an update that reset the bridge. Up this sign as well. There, crane. Poke. Poke. Okay. Horrible second there. I thought we were going to go above the sign. 40. But we didn't. Here we go. Where rear wheels would have gone in there, but they didn't. Yeah, so we've done our medium logs. Now need to do the medium planes. Being mean to the medium log trailer now. I have to be careful we don't tip over. easier all round to just detach the trailer and put it where I want it to go. Because it ain't going where I want it to go at the moment. That's the joy of the medium log trailer. Very hard to reverse it. Put it where you want it to go. Will you get there? We're going to turn around, I'll tell you that. Here we go. We are turned. Now we've got to head back to the River Mountains to get to the logging station. May delay that a bit. Yeah. Maybe not. Rarely do much else. I wonder if it might be quicker to stay on this side of the river and do a bit of a yucky cross-country run. Whether it's going to be better back on the main road. So I'm just going to pull up here. Are we better off? Follow this path. Keep by the side of the river. Follow, 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 follow. And then go through there. Or are we better off to come back over and then run around the main road? Pretty much 50-50. I think we'll go the way we haven't been. We always use the main road. Why don't we do something different? Probably going to be slow and disgusting. No. Can't believe that the Kenworth can't handle it. Dip coming down there. Kinda heading towards that yellow up arrow. Kinda. That's at the warehouse. We're not quite going to be going. Sticking by the side of the river, won't we? We're going to go right here. nice to come down a different way when you feel 100% confident that your truck can do it. Doesn't matter where we go, this truck can get there. We're not short on for fuel. We'll be just fine. Pretty sure this is where it gets easier now, isn't it? Maybe not. So what we're going to do is head our way back into Selten River Mountains and park up at the logistics centre, I think. And then hop into the Mack, take it all the way through into Solace Bay and pick up the 2 cargo containers and 2 service spare parts we need for the second part of this contract. Bring them into National Park, offload them at the sport mill, load up 2 medium planks, and head on over to the scout quarters, come back and get our other things and drop them off at the hotel cluster. That is the cunning plan. Will we be able to get that all done today? Probably not. But that's, I think, the east stash, that top there. We're going to need to drop off. I can't remember what, actually. I think it's medium logs. Something. Anyway, drop off some cargo or other. I think this is what you're meant to come through, either on the rocks or on the grass on the inside there. You're not meant to come through this mud because it's just a bit mean. But in a Kenworth, you can go anywhere you like. I think, actually, speaking of going anywhere I like, let's just stop there for a second. I think we can do a sneaky... We did this before. You can kind of sneaky go up here. Sorta, kinda, sorta, hopefully. Don't know about that, but we'll give it a try. Of course it's dark, so I can't see whether I'm going to be tipping over like a mad tipping machine. Let's try and straighten ourselves up a bit more. Up there. Great. Oh. Stop moving. Give me the winch point I want. that tree on the outside there is going to prove to be a very annoying thing. Not taking no for an answer, and we're in a Kenworth. So trees, get out of the way. Okay. And now we're on the main road. So that was a bit more fun probably than going back the way we always go. Take this trailer through and get to the logistics centre. Almost got our heads. Just park it there for the minute. I don't know what I hit there. I've hit a few, done some damage there before. I don't know if it's just the ruts in the road, dirt on the road, or if there's actually little tree branches or something. I don't know. It's very mean, and it, it causes damage, which is rotten. But we're all good. So we should be able to, get through and over to the logistics centre pretty quickly. And then we'll switch to the Mack and bring that back all the way to the Solace Bay. So nice to have an overpowered truck for a change and not worried about anything. Not worried about anything. And it's not horribly fuel inefficient. Move along reasonably well. Going through 8 or 9 litres a minute. It's certainly going quicker than the Forester does. Might fuel from the fuel carrier. Just get ourselves a bit out of the way. Like there, that's fine. Mack Defense. Mack Defense is over here. Mack Defense is over here at the dam. We're going to take it all the way back to Solace Bay. Pretty sure he doesn't have any repair points at the moment either. I don't want to think about putting them out while we're travelling around. get to Solace Bay, I'm going to go the sneaky way. Because now they've changed the gateways. So instead of this gateway down here heading us into the northern part of Selten River National Park, gateway down here now takes us directly through into Solace Bay. So it cuts off that little bit of Selten River National Park, which to me isn't a huge improvement. It's not really cutting off a massive amount, and it has a side effect of now making the top part of Selten River National Park really hard to get to. Yes, you've got a slight improvement on one measure. You've got a definite what's disimprovement? I don't know. Disimprovement on another. Yeah. At least this way we don't have to all the way around the main road. This gives us a slightly different scenery to look at. My cunning plan at the moment is that we will have enough fuel to get into Solace Bay and go all the way, and get to the stockpile on the main road, and then return back into Selten River National Park, where we can refuel from the fuel carrier trailer. If we don't, then that's going to be a tad annoying. Anyway, we're going to come along this way and find the gateway a little bit further on here. Will pop us out not far from the metalworks in Solace Bay. Then you got to come back down. Probably stop off at the service hub to get some more repair points, or picking up our 2 cargo containers and 2 service spare parts that we need for this contract. Almost there. Oh, actually showing us a gateway. Oh, there it is. This is the new gateway directly to Solace Bay. We'll go through this one for the first time ever. Pop out magically in Solace Bay, not in the northern part of Selten River National Park. How about that? Come on. So this is the same gateway, the same spot. So we've seen that before. go through Selten River National Park to get to there. Bit sneaky. I'm hoping this is slightly quicker than going around the main road like we have every other time. A bit bumpy and bumpy here, but can't handle. Run down this hill and we'll be at the metal plant. Just follow our normal path down here, across the river. Bob's your uncle. Hoping I'll have enough fuel to stop off. The service hub on the way, just because it's nice to be able to replenish our spare parts. We do, because we've still got 80 in our route. Get to here and catch the trailer. I'm going to attach it onto that rock, that it pops up in the air nicely. fully replenish our repair parts here. Got all of our repair parts. And we are fully repaired. Let's go and get our trailer again. Head over to the stockpile. Woo, steady. We've done that. Let's get our trailer again. Around enough. Yeah. Sorry, trailer. Through the cement plant. The stockpile. Hard, but we got there. Still got 88 litres of fuel, so we should make it back to the stockpile without needing to get to our rooftop, which then gives us the rooftop fuel, get us all the way back to the fuel trailer at Selten River National Park, which definitely is going to be tomorrow now, because we're starting to get pretty light here now. We've got time to get to the stockpile. Don't know if we're going to make it all the way back to the park. Our suspension and wheels coming up here. to get the two cargo containers that are there. Then we need 2 service spare parts. That messy mess of cement everywhere there. We have time. 8:27. Okay, we're going to stop there because it's 8:27. So the service spare parts are sitting right there, so we'll be able to just pick up 2 of them. Looks like we've got 4 of them, so we must need 2 service spare parts for something else as well. Anyway, we will see. I will check that contract to make sure that it actually is service spare parts. I'm pretty sure it is, but we will check. Anyway, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. We've done a bit of had a bit of fun. Always good to get the Kenworth out, so I'm feeling much more comfortable now with the Kenworth around, and we should be okay with the Mack to get some of these cargoes running as well. So with a bit of luck, we'll knock this contract over tomorrow, and then hopefully, be able to focus on a couple more. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll join me again tomorrow when I do finish off this contract. Otherwise, that's it for now. Bye-bye.